Yeah, come on, follow me.
So anyway, this is John Huey, and this is the Uncomfort Zone, and it's brought to you by Blacktopia.org. Hey, what's up, Jay? On the East Coast, what's cracking, man? So, I chat back and forth with Jay from time to time, and he tries to give me some ideas, and I throw things off of him, and about what topics I should be talking about and things like that nature. I appreciate that. And originally, before the last two recent murders, perpetrated by the KKK in blue, I was going to talk about rappers that make up words and jibber jabber and you can't understand anything you said. They say. So that's for another day. But peep this. I was going to do this yesterday, but I was just too hot. I was too emotional, and it would have been MF this, MF that, F this, F that, cursing like crazy, which is not me. I calmed down, and I'm still hot. I'm still emotional. I'm frustrated. I'm pissed off. I'm everything, you know. Let's start off with, I don't know a black man, that hasn't been set down on a curb from a traffic violation, just a normal traffic stop, or been harassed by the police for no good reason, for just being black. I would challenge you to find someone. Let me meet that person, because that person's a unicorn. A grown black man that has never been harassed by the police in the United States, that's a unicorn. That person is special. Because unfortunately, until you've been harassed by the police, you haven't been indoctrinated into the black culture in the United States, which sucks. Seeing these brothers get killed for the reasons that they're getting killed, murdered, is horrific. It's I don't have words. I'm not the most eloquent speaker there is, but I'm gonna do the best I can. You shake your head, and it's like, you say, okay, well, what are you supposed to do? You tell the officer you have a gun and you have a permit to carry it. Then you tell him, can I show you my paperwork? And in the process, you get killed. You get murdered for complying, or because they ask you, do you have a gun? And yes, I do, or whatever. And you tell them, and to let them know, hey, I have a weapon and I have a permit to carry it. So that, I understand when they want to pull their gun, I have no problem with that. Their safety, cool. But if you don't see a gun, why are you shooting? You are trained to be calm in a situation like that. If you are afraid of us, get a new job. You haven't been drafted into the police department. You chose this line of work. And if your punk ass is too afraid to deal with black and brown folks, get a new job. Go back to your lily white neighborhood. Go back to your hood wearing. You bigoted ass. I'm going to keep it there because I'm trying to keep cool. I'm trying not to go overboard. how do you tell your son to that everything is going to be okay when you don't believe it? You know, I don't believe it right now. I just hope to God that nothing ever happens to me or him or anybody I know, or for that matter, anybody else. This is ridiculous. Okay, so now I just said that. We all had those feelings. So now how do we fix this? Okay, got a few points to make. Starts with educating your kids. And I don't mean the education that we talk about, what you have to tell your sons, how to make it home, how to deal with the police officers. That's important, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it starts with education, making it a priority to make your kids strive to be the best that they can be, so that they can get the jobs that are in positions of power. And I don't mean as a CEO. I mean real power. Power, and what I mean by real power, the most power that we could possibly have is creating laws. So you say, well, we have no power. I'm sorry, we do have power. We have economic power. You know, it could start with the churches. It could start with the synagogue. It could start with the mosques. It has to start somewhere. Here's what you need to do. You need to gather a bunch of people, get together, find someone you want to back, put them in office. They can start at the level, they can start in the schools. You need to take back your schools. Take back your schools. Get on the board of your schools. Stop allowing police officers to be in your school so that any little thing that happens with your child, they get arrested for it. They shouldn't be in the first place. I mean, I'm sorry. If you as a parent would be take more responsibility with your children, they wouldn't need to have police officers in there. I'm sorry. The gang and all that stuff. What? A 5-year-old, if you start when your child is young, you discipline them and you teach them right from wrong when they are little, and you stop exposing them to stupid shit and telling them it's okay. But tell them, hey, I went through that shit and look at me. Fuck that. I'm sorry, I cursed, but screw that. That is not right. That is not how you do it. You have to make your child's life better than yours. I'm not saying it's got to be cush, but it's got to be better. So one, take back the schools. And I mean, get on the board, get on the PTA, get on programs that will in turn pay so you can get the same schooling, the same books. Demand that the teachers that come to your school actually know how to teach your child, look like your child, and care about your child. That's number one. Number two, then you go on to your city and you get on committees. You go to meetings, you get elected, you start taking over situations, you start having people in your town that look like you, that care about you. So now you can start saying, wait a minute, I don't like having the police department having all. So now, well, think about it. You have enough people in your community to say, wait a minute, we putting this on the board and we gonna vote this law into effect. So in turn, we're gonna make it so every time a police officer commits a crime, or let me take it back, kill someone, shoot someone, that there is an in-depth investigation, and that there's not a paid leave. You get rid of that crap. You get rid of the paid leave stuff, and you make it that if they, that they are responsible, they could be held financially responsible, and they can be sued by the family if they kill someone. Not the police department, not the city, but the individual officer needs to be held responsible for that from a monetary point of view. Okay, so now you took over the schools. You took over your community. So in turn, when you take over your community, you can dictate what laws that you want to write, that you want the police to follow. So you need to do this. You need to have our sons and our daughters, they need to become lawyers and police officers and politicians, not corrupt, but they need to be in the game. It's harder to change the game when you're not even playing the game, when you're not even on the same field as everybody. One community at a time. Stop spending your money in places that don't give a damn about you. Stop supporting things that don't give a damn about you. When a black person puts together something, stop asking, well, who's going? You don't ask all these other white companies where their money's going. You don't give a damn about that. Stop caring about, oh, I roll a Benz, or I roll, a Phantom, or I do this, whatever. That's material stuff. That stuff comes and goes. Don't matter. Wearing the $400, $500 shoes and the expensive. It's all shit. It don't matter. It don't make you a better person. It puts you in debt. It keeps you away from your children because you have to work to pay and do all this stuff instead of being able to participate in their education, in their schooling, in their upbringing. Not about, oh, well, we got to have no, they ain't got to have all the latest video games. They ain't got to have all the Jordans. They ain't got to have all the most expensive cell phones or whatever. Teach them how to, 1, how to pay their bills on time. 2, how to save money. 3, how to save money. 4, how to save money. And teach them that they don't need to be trying to compete with the neighbor down the street or worrying about with Kim Kardashian and her sisters and all this other crap. They don't need that. Stop feeding your children crap. You keep feeding crap, and what you gonna get out? Crap. Now this video is a little bit longer. I could go on and on and on, but let me go back over. We all know how we feel. We all know it's wrong. We all argue about that. But what are we going to do about it? Go to your minister. Go to your pastor. Go to the leader of your mosque. Go to the leader of your synagogue and say, what can we do? Well, first of all, you all need to get together. The Muslims, the Christians, the Jews, and everything else in between need to come together and look at what you got in common. Not the differences. Not because you worship a certain way and you worship a certain way and you think that person's a heathen or you think that person's a sinner or you think that person's an infidel. That has nothing to do with nothing right now. Because if your children are killed, it don't matter whether they are a Muslim, a Christian, a Jew, or whatever, a Hindu or anything else, a atheist, a devil worshiper. When they dead, they all go 6 feet under. Or you cremate them. The only options. So, let's keep our children alive. Stop worrying about our differences. Start having a dialogue with people. Come together so that we can take back our schools, our communities, our police department, our governments, our local governments. If we control our local government, hold up, wait a minute, let me go one last point. How is it that these communities are coming up with these laws that are targeting African-American, predominantly African-American people, black people, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, Negroes or coloreds, I don't give a damn. People who are not white that sag. I'm sorry. Sagging, I never sagged a day in my life, except for when I'm clowning around in my own house or with my boys. I don't sag. I don't like it. I think it looks stupid, but I don't think it should be against the law. I definitely don't, that's, but again, we're not using our constitutional right to vote to put laws in effect that will benefit us. There was a community that had a thing about people wearing their hat backwards. Come on, really? Seriously, what century are we in? Stop saying your vote don't count. It don't count. When you say it don't count, Because when you tell somebody something negative, they will go out of the way to tell somebody else something negative. So if you say, if one person said, hey, that your vote don't count, then they're going to tell somebody else your vote don't count. And it's going to keep going and keep going and keep going. Stop doing that. That's what they want you to do. We need to be in control of ourselves. We have never, there has never been a law that said white people can't be in this city after dark, or white people can't do this, or if you see a white person do this, they're going to get killed. But there's been plenty of laws about black people, about Asian people, about Hispanic people, about Irish people, who now don't give a damn about anything. That's not the same color as them. So my point is, we have power. We have economic power. We have power, but we choose not to utilize it. And we need to utilize that power. Take back our schools, take back our local government, take back our police departments. We take back our fire departments, take back our hospitals. We should have people that look like us. We need to demand that our children have great education. Why is it okay to make them, oh, they're going to be a great basketball player, or a great football player, or a great track athlete, or baseball, or whatever, instead of they're going to be book smart. They're going to be smarter than anybody else. You don't have to be a millionaire to be successful in this world. You don't have to play basketball to be successful. You don't have to play football to be successful. There are other ways to make it out of the hood. Other ways. Smarts. So anyway, I'm about 7 minutes over. I like to keep it around 10 minutes. This is John Hewitt. This is The Uncomfort Zone. It's brought to you by blacktopia.org and the color yellow. And the number 187. I'm out.